The sun was sinking below the horizon as Sarah and her friends embarked on their road trip. Excitement filled the air as they packed up their belongings and hopped into the old, rusty van that would be their transportation for the journey. The sound of laughter and anticipation resonated throughout the vehicle as they set off into the unknown. Their destination was a remote cabin nestled deep within the heart of the woods. It was said to be a serene and secluded retreat, far from the chaos of the city. As they ventured further away from civilization, Sarah couldn't help but feel a creeping sense of unease, as if the forest itself held a dark secret. Miles rolled by, and the road became increasingly desolate. Their GPS refused to cooperate, leaving them to rely on an outdated map and the sporadic instructions from the locals they encountered. The dense trees engulfed their surroundings, casting eerie shadows upon the van as the night sky swallowed the remaining traces of daylight. As they continued on the winding road, strange occurrences began to unfold. The van's headlights flickered, casting an eerie glow that barely penetrated the thick fog. Unnerving whispers seemed to seep through the cracks of the van's trembling windows, dancing with the howling wind. An unsettling feeling settled over Sarah, her instincts screaming at her to turn back. As she glanced at her friends, she noticed the worry etched upon their faces. The once boisterous laughter had been replaced by hushed conversations and nervous glances. With each passing mile, their nerves grew frayed. The forest seemed to close in around them, imposing and malevolent. The radio crackled with a sudden burst of static, causing Sarah's heart to skip a beat. The voice that emerged from the speakers was distorted, barely recognizable. "Abandon this path you tread, for the woods hold secrets that wish not to be disturbed." Sarah's blood ran cold, her body paralyzed with fear. She turned to her friends, who were equally bewildered by the chilling message. The van sputtered and coughed, coming to a sudden halt on the lonely road. Panic ensued as they frantically tried to restart the vehicle. But no matter how many attempts they made, the engine remained lifeless. Realizing they had no other choice, they decided to seek refuge within the surrounding forest until morning. Uneasy footsteps echoed through the darkness as they stumbled upon an old cabin, worn and weathered, but still standing. Its dilapidated appearance only added to their sense of dread. The wind howled through the decaying structure, the frail walls creaking in protest. Huddled together, they tried to find solace in each other's presence. But the whispers that had haunted them earlier came again, louder this time, clawing at their sanity. Shadows danced on the walls, their figures shifting in the moonlight. Each passing minute felt like an eternity, suffocating them with an overwhelming sense of dread. The cries of inexplicable creatures rang through the trees, drowning out their own desperate pleas for rescue. Morning finally arrived, its golden rays breaking through the gloom. With a renewed sense of hope, they made their way back to the van, only to find it gone. In its place, a single note was left, stained with fresh blood: "Leave this cursed land, for it consumes all who venture within." Terrified and shaken, they stumbled upon a nearby road and hailed down a passing car. As they left the forest behind, their hearts heavy with the weight of their harrowing ordeal, they realized that sometimes the road less traveled leads to unimaginable horrors they would never forget. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching these true stories from the internet, please like, share and subscribe.